Provided by.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin? If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
I wanted to be a part of this family.
From Rome to London, only one show is with Angelina Jolie and the cast of Eternals for their big UK premiere.
Plus, E.T.'s magical takeover of the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
Don't forget, this is the last week to attend Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. For tickets and info, hit up their website. But before we go, a savage congrats to Megan Thee Stallion. She will soon be a college graduate. Megan showed off her hot girl cap before taking her official graduation picture. So
you know, a few months ago, my son told me.
Happening now.
Are Kerrville police conducting a criminal investigation into this weekend's deadly drag racing event? We answer that question for you.
City of San Antonio considering putting tens of millions of federal dollars towards people behind on their utility bills. How it might be able to help you out.
The cold front arrives first thing in the morning. We have some storms to time out for later tonight through tomorrow morning and some big changes to talk about behind that front. See you in a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, a major update on the COVID-19 vaccine front. An FDA advisory panel recommending Pfizer's COVID vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11.
The FDA now taking that recommendation into consideration, and they could act in the next few days. Today's vote 17-0 with only one abstention. According to the advisory committee, the benefits of giving children the vaccine are greater than any potential risks, though some of the committee expressed some reservations today, saying they did have some concerns over giving approval based on only a few thousand studies.
The next step in the approval process is for the FDA to make their decision. Then next week, the CDC will discuss whether it agrees. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky will have the final word if she approves. Vaccines for younger kids in that age group could start shortly after.
The city of San Antonio considering using $30 million in federal dollars to help residents who are behind on their utility bills.
The city staff recommending allocating more than $200 million of what the city received from the recent American Rescue Plan Act to help CPS Energy customers. $10 million would go to help SAWS customers.
Garrett Berger tells us now what you need to know about getting a piece of that.
The beginning of the pandemic hit Aaliyah Hernandez hard.
I had lost my first job. They had closed down in the beginning of the pandemic. And then after that, it's just been a struggle to find childcare.
Those were tough months for her, and she began falling behind on her CPS bill in the late summer and fall of 2020. So a chance to finally square that debt is exciting.
That'll take so much off my plate.
The program the city is considering wouldn't be automatic. You'd have to meet 3 qualifications. Be a San Antonio resident, show proof of hardship from COVID, such as your pay stubs, and enroll in either an affordability program or a payment plan with the utility. Depending on your income level, you could get your balance between March 1st, 2020 and September 30th of this year either totally waived or credited up to $700 for SAWS or $1,000 for CPS. There's not enough to clear all the overdue balances the utilities face, so both plan to prioritize some of their worst off customers.
Our intention is we're going to help those at the lowest incomes with the highest balances first.
I think it would be based on our affordability customers first. So we want to make sure that those customers that have true income challenges are served by those dollars first.
Now, this isn't a done deal yet. The city council still needs to decide if this is something they want to follow through with. They're scheduled to consider the issue on November 18th. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
And just to clarify, that's a $20 million project. Fallout, meanwhile, continues after the deadly drag racing event at the Kerrville Airport on Saturday. Questions surfacing about what, if any, charges police are looking into.
Courtney Friedman has been following this investigation for several days now, and she got those answers today. Courtney?
Today, I spoke with Kerrville police who confirmed to me there is no criminal component to their investigation at this point. Yesterday, Kerrville police sent an update identifying Michael Gonzalez as the driver of the 1990 Ford Mustang that crashed into the crowd, explaining the cause of the crash was a loss of rear traction. Kerrville police say there are no charges pending. They're now focused on identifying and releasing names of the children killed and updating the conditions of those still hospitalized. In Monday's Kerr County Commissioner's Court meeting, the sheriff said he got clearance from the police chief to brief the court on the situation.
And KCSO, we assisted him on that day. I know there's some question about federal agencies. There are no federal agencies assisting on this because it was not an aviation incident.
Kerrville police posted yesterday on social media that they're still asking the public for any photos and pictures of the incident. Over the past 3 days, I have tried to contact the county and city officials with either no response or them deferring to the police department, who we have been in contact with. I also spoke to a staff member at Flying Diesel, the company that organized the event, and they said that the owner would not be making a comment. From the newsroom, Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
We've got an update now on a double fatal crash we told you about yesterday. The driver who caused that crash and died of his injuries identified as 28-year-old Jeremy Alexander Sanchez. San Antonio police say he was speeding on Grissom Road Sunday night when he crashed into a pickup truck. Sanchez's passenger, 24-year-old Christopher Taylor, also died. 3 other people were taken to the hospital. At last check, they were in critical condition.
A man now facing charges after police say that he ran over a bicyclist yesterday morning and did not stop to help. 25-year-old Christian Gomez now charged with failure to stop and render aid. He turned himself in after he allegedly drove off from the scene on Fran Street yesterday morning.
Arrest records state Gomez wasn't aware he hit someone with his dump truck. He said he heard a noise, noticed he was dragging a bike, but didn't see anyone around. At last check, that victim remains in the hospital.
We want to bring you a defender's update on the Michelle Barrientos Vela public corruption case. A judge today denying a motion to have the Bexar County District Attorney removed from the case. Judge Sid Hall shot down the defense's motion after just days after DA Joe Gonzalez's office argued there was no conflict of interest, calling the motion's allegations pure fiction. Barrientos Vela's attorney said that comments made by a political consultant for Gonzalez prevented a fair trial. Barrientos Vela's trial now scheduled for December 6th.
Today's day 2 of the murder trial of Luis Benevento. A Bexar County crime scene investigator took the stand today. Benevento charged with the May 2019 murder of his wife, Alicia Wills. Evidence presented in court today included photographs of the crime scene and 2 guns. One that was found outside next to Will's body, the other inside in a safe. Shell casings from each gun shown to the jury to establish they came from 2 different firearms.
Which one of these is the 380 and which one of these is the 40?
Okay, the silver one is going to be the 380 and the gold colored one is going to be the 40.
7 shell casings from 1 gun found around Will's. 1 casing from the other gun was found lodged in the attic from inside the home after going through the ceiling. Benevento claims the shooting was self-defense and Wills attacked him and pointed her gun at him first. He's expected to testify later this week.
Take a look. Do you recognize these guys? San Antonio police believe that they are connected to a robbery from last month. They say a 20-year-old man was attacked and robbed of some of his belongings at the Lux Apartments. That's in the 6000 block of UTSA Boulevard.
Yeah, it happened back on September 26th. Now Crime Stoppers looking for these 2 guys. If you have any information, call them at the number on your screen. It's 210-224-STOP.
It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and this week's episode of KSAT Explains addresses this large-scale problem. In Bexar County, the numbers show that domestic violence is increasingly deadly, that is. Protective orders are one of the tools that victims can apply for to keep their abusers away, but when it comes to what protective orders are and what they actually can do, there's often some confusion. In this week's episode, the KSAT Explains team breaks down what you need to know about a protective order. And they speak to 2 domestic violence survivors who share incredible stories of survival. Again, you can watch the episode live. It's tonight at 7 on KSAT.com, the KSAT TV app, and KSAT's Facebook page. And if you can't watch it live, we're going to post the full episode so you can watch on demand later on.
Mixture of sun and clouds out there today. Some layered clouds to our sky. Not bad. Still running well above average temperature-wise. Actually, high temperature today at the airport, 87 degrees. So far, at least today, with the average high now down to 79. Don't worry, we're going to be there and even lower than that in the days ahead. Del Rio now at 92, 84 Floresville, 84 Santa Maria, West Kerrville, 82 degrees. Widespread 80s out there right now. Obviously a few exceptions in the lower 90s south and west of town. But what we're watching is this cold front brewing off to the west of us. That moves through first thing tomorrow morning. With it, the potential for severe thunderstorms. I'll time that out for you, talk about the primary risk with those storms, and along with the big and noticeable changes behind that front coming up. Sam?
All right, Adam, thanks very much. Taking a look at I-35 at Wheatner, we had a northbound closure this morning. Stephen Cavazos told you about that during GMSA, but things flowing much better now that highway has reopened. So let's take a look at that travel time right now. 29 minutes between Loop 410 and New Braunfels on 35, 21 minutes if you're heading back into San Antonio. Do have an issue here on the southwest side. This is Loop 410 at Ray Allison. 6 miles per hour traffic is traveling right now. So let's take a look at that travel times. 22 minutes, definitely a lot longer than normal there going northbound on Loop 410. Only 6 minutes heading in the other direction. We'll keep an eye on things this evening and give more updates as we get them. Steve?
Thanks, Sam. An important consumer alert we want to bring you now. The Centers for Disease Control's investigation into a cluster of illnesses and deaths, zeroing in on a $4 product sold at Walmart, essential oil room sprays. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz with more about the recall and the risk.
If you have these Better Homes and Gardens room sprays in your home, a warning. They may contain a rare and dangerous bacteria. Walmart is recalling thousands of bottles of the essential oil aromatherapy room sprays with gemstones sold this year, as the CDC investigates 2 deaths and 2 serious illnesses, including a child in North Texas. CDC tests found the rare bacteria that causes melioidosis in a bottle in the home of one of the deceased. If you have the product, experts say don't open it, don't use it, don't throw it away. Instead, double bag it and seal it, put it in a cardboard box, and then take it back to Walmart. You should also wash sheets and wipe down surfaces it may have touched. And that onion recall we reported last week has now expanded. The FDA says if you received onions in meal kits from HelloFresh or EveryPlate between July 7th and September 8th, toss the onions. The CDC is investigating a salmonella outbreak linked to onions from Chihuahua, Mexico, and distributed by ProSource. The bacteria has sickened more than 650 people nationwide, many in Texas. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
We're now 3 days away from the Day of the Dead River Parade, and just ahead, the first sneak peek, a closer look of all the beauty that's happening in preparation for the event. El Volador has arrived here to San Antonio. We'll have the details just ahead.
In a matter of days, KSAT 12 will guide viewers on a journey of bright colors, traditions, legends, and culture floating down the San Antonio Riverwalk.
We are so excited for the 3rd annual Day of the Dead celebration and the River Parade that's going to be broadcast live at 8 p.m. this Friday.
I'm more than excited after seeing some of these barges. I'll be hosting the parade along with Alicia Barrera. Today, we visited the marina where artisans from Mexico are putting the final touches on the bright and handmade barges.
We're in the underground to talk about the afterlife that will flow down the river on Friday. You guys, this is your first look, a sneak peek at what you'll be able to see Friday during the Day of the Dead River Parade. And this is something that comes all the way from Mexico with the team of El Volador, really spearheaded by Paco. So right now what they're doing is literally unpacking so many pieces, hundreds of pieces, to make barges like this one come to life. The River Parade will be live on Friday at 8 p.m. It'll be hosted by Steve Spreester and, of course, myself. We'll see you there. Reporting from the marina, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, we are going to love that. Meantime, we are working on a lot of things in the KSAT 12 newsroom right now, including some final touches on the stories we're bringing you at 6. Let's check in with Myra Arthur about what we can now expect. Myra.
Hi, Ursula. We're going to start with a story about the unexpected here. A surprise that neighbors on the north side are calling sad and disgusting. They found anti-Semitic flyers in their driveways in bags. So why? Where do these messages come from? 2 questions we are asking today. San Antonio police, they have their own questions too. They're now investigating this. We're talking to a neighbor who received one of those hateful flyers and to a leader in the local Jewish community about why they believe this is happening right now. Another story we are also tracking down today, frustration over early voting in District 118. There's a special election in that district to fill a vacant state rep seat, but because Governor Greg Abbott officially called that special election so close to Election Day, voters can only cast their ballots for the 118 race at a limited number of polling sites. The Bexar County Democratic Party, they're crying foul here, saying that this is disenfranchising voters. But what has voter turnout been like so far? Are voters having a problem with this? We're talking to the Bexar County Elections Administrator. Just a few of the stories we are working on for 6 o'clock. We will see you then. Let's go now to Adam.
That's right, Myra. We actually have a cold front headed our way. Get ready for it. It's going to hit us first thing tomorrow morning, and it's going to really hit us hard. Severe storms are possible with that cold front in the pre-dawn hours tomorrow. So late tonight, early tomorrow morning, we could have some severe storms. We'll take a look at the futurecast, time it out for you. Very windy behind this front and a cooler stretch of weather, more autumn-like and fall-like out there. So let's get right to our weather pattern right now. We have some mid and high clouds rolling overhead, the remnants of what was Hurricane Rick over the Pacific, and that hit western Mexico. We've got some of the leftover cloud cover from it, really not adding to our rainfall potential here. But what we're watching is the wound up low pressure system near Denver, and of course its associated cold front. That cold front, that's going to be moving through first thing tomorrow morning. 10, 11 o'clock tonight, storms out of our area. We're talking Abilene, San Angelo, maybe creeping into Sonora. It's after midnight, say about 2, 3 a.m., that's when we have to watch for the activity just to the west and northwest of San Antonio, especially in the hill country. And as we progress through the pre-dawn hours tomorrow, 4, 5 a.m., that action should approach I-35 corridor. There is the possibility of some localized severe storms. The primary threat would be some localized straight line wind gusts, maybe even up to 60 miles per hour. I think the timing for San Antonio and basically most of I-35 would be sometime between about 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. Thereafter, it all pushes eastward, and around sunrise, it's in some of our eastern counties along the coastal plain. And even then, some of it could be severe. So Gonzales, Cuero, Hallettsville, even Seguin, around sunrise tomorrow morning, you could have some severe thunderstorms, and at the very least, a lot of lightning and some heavy rainfall. There could be some localized flooding, especially north of San Antonio, where we're expecting some of the heaviest rain. This is going to move out of here, and actually all day tomorrow we'll have a lot of sunshine, but the wind is going to be a headline. The gusty northwesterly winds kick in. Check this out. Tomorrow, by the noon hour, steady winds, 20 to 25, maybe even 20 to 30 miles per hour, and we are anticipating wind gusts on the order of 30 to 40 miles per hour. That's throughout the day tomorrow, and then we repeat it and do it all over again on Thursday. Actually, a bit of a breeze right now, but it's out of the southeast at 20 miles per hour. It's going to be shifting around, and that's going to push in the drier, less humid air. Dew point is 71 now, still sticky outside, muggy. You notice it for sure out there, but this is all going to be swept away. We're getting rid of the humidity tomorrow, all the way through the weekend. Halloween, very agreeable and comfortable conditions. Basically, any outfit, any costume will be agreeable when it comes to the weather. Then we get into next week, and there's a little brief uptick in the humidity, but you're not even going to be thinking of the word muggy or humid tomorrow all the way through the weekend. Right now, 91 Uvalde, 95 Carrizo Springs, Del Rio officially at 96. That's where we have the warmer temperatures with a little extra sunshine. And temperatures, of course, are going to take a hit from this cold front. So let's talk about it. This evening, not a drastic drop, mid-70s by 10 o'clock. Midnight, mid-70s with those storms starting to approach the hill country by midnight. And then tomorrow, once we get rid of the pre-dawn storms, it's nothing but sunshine. Mid-60s in the morning, upper 70s by the afternoon, those gusty northwesterly winds. And take a look at the temperatures the rest of this week. High 70s to near 80 all the way into the weekend. Mornings upper 40s by Friday and Saturday.
Thank you so much, Adam. We've got baseball, we've got football, and basketball.
Absolutely. The Lakers are in town, Greg.
That means LeBron James is in town. We have not seen him on the court just yet, even though we're getting closer to the court now for our coverage of the San Antonio Spurs. Are they ready for the Lake Show? We will let you know. And also, we come back. Will Dak play on Sunday? Find out coming up. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome live to the AT&T Center for tonight's home game between our San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Spurs are coming into this matchup against their Western Conference rivals after back-to-back losses to the Nuggets in Denver and to the defending NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday night. Lakers, led by LeBron James, are coming off their first win of the season after opening with back-to-back losses as well, but rebounded in Memphis with a narrow 121-118 victory, led by 37-year-old Carmelo Anthony, scored 28 points. Well, what kind of an impact has LeBron had on the younger generation of NBA players such as Devin Vassell?
It's huge. I mean, he was my favorite player growing up, and one of the reasons why I was really so fascinated with playing basketball. He has such an impact on us, not only just on the game, but off the court and all the stuff that he does. And it's huge. But when we play against him today, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about getting a win.
All right, here is the matchup tonight. The Lakers and the Spurs. They have the exact same records. All the highlights for you tonight on the Night Beat.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys returning from their bye week, and of course the big concern, of course, is the health of their star quarterback, Dak Prescott. Now the good news is he was out of that walking boot when the Cowboys held a light workout on Monday before a full practice on Wednesday. The walking boot that was protecting his right calf that he injured on the very last play of the Cowboys' 35-29 overtime victory over the Patriots in New England when he found CeeDee Lamb for the game-winning touchdown. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was asked on his weekly radio show if seeing Dak out of that walking boot is a good sign.
Based on what you saw yesterday, that was very encouraging. But those things have to be monitored. We've got a solid week, which is great to monitor that. And I thought Martin had a good description of it when he had the calf tear last year. And he said some days it feels great, and then it feels like you got run over by a bulldozer the next day. But still, I feel very good about where Dak is right now.
And the Cowboys have even more time to get Dak ready to play since their game against Minnesota is on Sunday Night Football. Good luck to the Houston Astros, who face the Atlanta Braves in Game 1 of the World Series tonight. The Astros will be looking for their second World Series title since winning their first in 2017. And for the Braves, this is their first appearance in the Fall Classic since 1999. Batter up is at 7 p.m. Live from the AT&T Center, Greg Simmons, KSAT 12 Sports.
Greg, sooner or later, we're going to get you on the court. Sooner or later, you're just creeping your way down there.
Closer and closer. We'll be right back.
Late tonight, pre-dawn hours tomorrow. A broken line of storms will be on the tail end of it, but we could have some severe storms, especially before sunrise tomorrow morning. Otherwise, sunny, windy, cooler, more fall-like the rest of the week, and even some mornings in the upper 40s on the way.
Love it. Thank you, Adam. And thank you for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. See you back here at 6.